I see that there's like something you're healing from, because we have the Four of Swords, which is just basically like you're preparing, or it's basically resting, preparing for something by resting. And we also see the Fool, so a new beginning. So you might feel like more tired, more exhausted in regards to the Ten of Swords. There's something that's like ending, and you really need to like cultivate rest in your body, because you're jumping into that's going to provide a death into a new beginning, which is the Ten of Swords symbolism. We see a person lying there, and this is actually super beautiful symbolism of Ten of Swords. But you see the door opening, so this is like basically a cultivation of the Ten of Swords going into the Fool card, a new beginning, because we see that there's, even in with nature, even in death, even in nature is really the kind, has the archetype of like, even when things die, they can be refurbished. There's a reason for it, and the cycle of death actually feeds the cycle of life. Death feeds new life. A sense of like you're ending something, something needs to end in order for a new beginning, a new door to open up. And it might feel devastating for you in the sense of like, maybe in the way that you're ending it, it's just you're exhausted, you're tired, you're really needing to rest. And so give yourself that. The Ten of Swords often does refer to that when things die, that the agency of death is a new beginning. So there is something that you're moving away from, because we have the Ten of Swords was the ultimate death, ultimate Ten of Swords, because it's about ideas. So it could feel like you're information where you're just constantly being stabbed in the back, or a death of some sense of yourself, which actually it isn't a death. You might feel like your life is falling apart, but it actually isn't a death, because it might be a death of a certain life, but actually opens a door for you. And this actually triggers you into moving away from something that you might have been growing, you might have been cultivating, but the Eight of Cups is about that it doesn't nurture you anymore. And there's really no point in continuing in building a foundation when that, especially when you're trying to build a foundation from an emotional nurturing, an emotional foundation, and it's just lies, it's an illusion, it's the Moon, it's the Seven of Cups. The Eight of Cups is realizing actually this doesn't cultivate emotional nurturing for me. I mean, you see he's like walking away like essentially from a relationship, and that could be the case, but it's basically something that had to die, a part of you had to die in order to come into. So it could be like you received new information that completely debilitated you, but it actually opens you up to a new opportunity, and it might not be how you wanted a new opportunity to come in. We're seeing the Hermit, so right now you might be going through, or you might go through a time of a hermit, of self-reflection, of not wanting to deal with people, of absorbing information, collecting information. And then in order to, there is a point of the Hermit of come down from the mountain, you come down from your isolation of learning about yourself, self-knowledge, because that's what the Hermit is about. It's about moving. You might have had to have moved away from something that doesn't nurture you anymore, because there's a part of you like that died. Like there's a part of you that didn't connect with what you were in the past. So it's like your past self, and you don't connect with your past self anymore, and you really need to move away. And maybe it's temporary where you just need to reconnect and rediscover yourself. Maybe you lost yourself in something that you were building up, and you're like needing to move away and choose a path that might be a path that others criticize you for, because they're like, what are you talking about? Like you've been building up this Eight of Cups, like just keep building it up. Who cares if your heart isn't in it? And the Hermit is all about taking the path that is less traveled. So it might be like, actually, might be considering like, actually this is my old self, this was an old part of me, this was like last week, this was last month, this was yesterday. I don't connect with this old self anymore. I don't connect with this person anymore. That isn't me. They died. And so then there's an opportunity of evolution for you, of transformation from death. A new door opens and you're able to shift, like it's an emotional shift. You're afraid in that fear, where you live your life through fear, where you live your life through, well, I don't know if I can take that path because I will lose everything that I've been building up. Well, consider, do you want to live a life where your heart isn't in it and you're like dead? In regards to like the relationship connections, like, do you really want to be in a relationship connection that does, like, you're living a lie? Like, you're not being honest, you're not being transparent with the person because your heart isn't in it. And you could be like, that person died, like, I'm not the same. But you're needing that sense of like isolation to choose your own path. It could be that you lost yourself in a relationship. You lost yourself in the cultivation of trying to create this emotional nurturing, the emotional foundation, and you don't even know why. Like, it could be like in the process of trying to create this, you've lost the reason of why you did, and you're realizing that was an old self. I don't even align with that part of me. It's choosing to rediscover something else. In this process of an ending something into a new beginning, jumping into the Eight of Cups, you're moving away something that doesn't emotionally nurture you, and it's going to be a fast movement. There's going to be a fast passion coming forward. So let's see where this is coming. Where you go, where is this fast movement? Like, once you make that step to move away from something, there's something else, like some passion, something else happens. Like, once you like move, once you release and accept, actually this doesn't align with me anymore. Once you actually accept it, and there's that release where you're actually able to move forward into the life that you want. But let's actually see where that actually takes you, Gemini. The Moon. This could be your subconscious, and as we saw, we did get the Hermit. So this could be a time of self-isolation, exploring your own path, possibly away from something else. But the Moon is also about illusions, so you have to consider that. It is about a duality of your conscious with your subconscious. So things, the Moon can also be about dreams. Things are coming up, things aren't being revealed to you, things aren't what they appear potentially. Six of Pentacles is about a balance. It is about a give and take. It is about giving and receiving. As we see here, there is a duality, Libra. There is a balance of like your own interpretation of like the snake, and so often the snake is connected to receiving energy. And then we see one person is like they're getting more than the other. But the Six of Pentacles is about a balance in regards to like balancing the system, giving towards the collective, to the community, in order to balance it all out. But it also can be about balancing your finances. There is an illusion of like, if someone gets more than you, so having one as the same as the other doesn't mean it's going to be equal. So it's about like, it could be because the Moon comes before the Six of Pentacles, could be the illusion of giving. So if like someone is giving to you, or you're giving to someone, you're actually giving out of compassion, out of actually surrendering to a service to others? Or is there like an illusion of actually giving to the collective or to someone else who looks like they have less than you? What is the Moon? The Moon. The Moon is the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is often about, this guy is like trying to take out the Ten of Wands because it's out of control. And in the same way in that traditional tarot, oftentimes the Ten of Wands is about like you're overcompensating, or you actually have too many projects, or you're actually taking on too much. And as we can see here, there's this huge fire that's taking over the whole fucking forest, and he has this little bucket. So it's like the Moon, it's like you're taking on something that's like bigger than you, but you're trying to complete a task. You're like, the Ten of Wands is about like, have all these projects and you can't even look ahead because it's so heavy. But because you said yes to this, because Wands is about passions or projects or like business things, but it's like you're taking on this thing and it might be bigger than you, but you're still wanting. So the illusion Moon is like you're taking on something that's bigger than you. I mean, that could be a positive or a negative. The King of Cups. So this is someone that's very loving, emotionally nurturing. That is to clarify the moon. So there's some aspect where this could be an individual that's you feel the sense of like overbearingness with this individual, this King of Cups. King of Cups in like the moon energy or reversed, the negative energy, is a very emotionally manipulative energy, and the moon also has that energy of like being able, like illusions, manipulation. The King of Pentacles, and we have the Ace of Cups. Either you're two timing it or two people are coming forward, going into something where things are being revealed from your subconscious, and it's having to create that balance within yourself. But let's see, what is this King of Cups and King of Pentacles? This is a justice. So this is like a duality, and I'm wondering if this is actually within yourself, because we have the Six of Pentacles, which also has this duality aspect, creating that balance. And this could be a legal matter from guarding, having to leave an emotional foundation, because it is between a balancing of either your emotions and your finances, or this actually has to do with two different people where you're having to balance your emotional life, or legal matters in regards to someone who's more in the energy of the emotions and someone's more in the energy of money, finances, earthly significances. But you're moving into things coming up even further as you walk away from something that doesn't emotionally fulfill you. So this tells me that things weren't as they were and they needed to die anyway. And this actually cultivates, revealing these illusions actually cultivates a balance in your life. And we're seeing with the King of Cups, with the King of Pentacles, there's a duality between these two in your life, if they're energies and not actually people. But this could be also like justice in regards to two different sets of people. What is the King of Cups and King of Pentacles? High Priestess, listen to your intuition. This is trusting your higher power, connecting to your inner voice, connecting to your higher self, the divine feminine, a mystery, but it's about connecting to that higher knowledge, which also actually goes perfectly with the moon, because it is connecting to your emotions. It is connecting to your higher consciousness, which comes in dreams, comes in meditation, things being revealed. And I think once you make that step of moving away from what doesn't nurture you and realizing, actually, like not trying to fight for what needs to die, you'll see, because maybe that's what it is. It's like stop fighting for what needs to die. Stop trying to make the Ten of Wands happen. Stop trying to, Ten of Wands is also to make a relationship work, to have that Eight of Cups. You have to be the one that took on all like everything. You were the foundation to making the relationship work. You took it on to work on something. It's like when one person is like, I want to make this relationship work, and another person is just going along with it because it benefits them. It's like you're taking on everything in that relationship to make it work. But it's like once you put down, once you move on, once you're like, well, that's it, because the Ten of Wands is for the moon. So this is what's an illusion. The illusion is like you're taking on so much, but it's like, are you actually completing the task by taking on, because also in the negative, a self-sabotage tactic is like to take on something. You take on, like, if you subconsciously want something to happen, you take on so much that you don't make that thing happen. And the moon is about your subconscious. The message for you, Gemini, is leave what can't be taken and start a new file, or start a new life. Take what you can and start a new life, because the story in your timeline right now is that you have reached your end. This is literally irreversible, because like literal death. So this is an opportunity for you to start your life anew with the version of you who hasn't embarked with the path of no return. So she's looking back at her old self, and it's like, I can't even live, even if I wanted to, I couldn't live my old self life because she's dead. It's moving on. It's making that choice. It's going to be fast movement and things coming up, things being revealed. And this could actually be in regards to the illusions, things being revealed of like there wasn't a balance in the relationship, of you realizing in some kind in the relationship, in the connection of what you were leaving. As soon as you make that step, it's going to be fast movement of these illusions are going to come up where you're realizing there actually wasn't a balance. Maybe you'll realize you were giving more in the relationship than the other person was giving back. Moon's message is that I can't be honest yet. Luckily, the moon knows it all. You don't have to know everything. Things are going to be revealed by you trusting your intuition. High priestess, of you trusting things coming up, information will be unfolded. Because this is something that things are coming up from the repressed state. So let's see what needed to die. The end of a journey is in sight. Struggles are now behind you. So what needed to die is that, because the Nine of Pentacles is about trusting oneself, building one's own wealth, and enjoying that abundance. Someone coming in with a message that actually the message changes the way you think about something. And so this could be in regards to your wealth, abundance, shifting new ideas, shifting your mindset. In regards to Nine of Pentacles, it's about like new ideas in regards to like how you can enjoy your life, how you can, now you built up wealth, so now you can prosper. Because Nine of Pentacles is about like this self-abundance where she's away from like society and she's able to finally like enjoy her own estate. Because she works so hard now, the fruits of her labor are showing up and she's able to enjoy the luxury. But it is going to be a new message, which can be a death, which could be the triggering point of you realizing like, no, I'm done. I can do this on my own. The Eight of Cups is a choice. You're at a point where you're needing to listen to your intuition because she's blindfolded. But it's you're at a crossroad right now. And so you might be dealing with indecision or too many choices or decisions, which leads to anxiety. You might be at a stalemate, but I feel like once you make the decision to walk away, it's going to be fast movement into revealing illusions or information in regards to the subconscious and in regards to like what's repressed. It was already there, but it's repressed, and the only way to reveal the balance of things, to bring balance into it, the truth, because Swords is about truth, the death of something, because it actually reveals the truth. And so you might be receiving information. It puts you in the state of feeling like you have to make a choice, and there's two crossroads and you don't know what choice you make. Eight of Wands is Five of Swords. So by moving away, there could be fast passion in regards to like a lot of aggression or bullies. People not like I said, people not liking the path you're choosing because they potentially don't understand it, but it could be conflict through learned information, which is why it might be important for you to isolate yourself, the Hermit energy. Again, we have the Ten of Wands. So this is like, tens are about completion. You might finally finish what you set out to achieve, but there will be intense pressure. And that's why you have to recognize with the Ten of Wands, like you will complete it. It is going through the tasks. But it's like this pressure or this like I have to do this because I said yes to this. And only able to rest once you actually complete the tasks. But I feel that once you make the decision to move away from something that doesn't emotionally cultivate your life or your soul, there's going to be fast movement of things people revealing themselves through conflict. Five of Swords is receiving answers or winning something, but it's through conflict. The fast movement is that people aren't going to like how you're doing this, what you're doing. But the important part is like completing your choice, trusting yourself, trusting your intuition. Because it's going to create a balance. What is the Six of Pentacles? Yeah, there's going to be balance. Things are going to be revealed. What dies is going to come up again and be trying to take the last bit. It can be an awakening. But judgment with the Six of Pentacles, it definitely has to do with balance. In regards to karma, like answering your calling. I mean, through leaving something emotional, you could be discovering an awakening or a destiny through service to others, through giving back through giving to others and creating that balance in your own life. Last thoughts for Gemini. Temptations, and we have the moon, so this can be temptations. We do have the Five of Swords, so this could be like conflict. Someone's trying to like, Five of Swords has to do with like aggression, potential bullies, a conflict between parties in regards to like information. Five of Wands, I mean, this deck, the Five of Wands are working together, but in traditional deck, it's about like, let's see, Saturn. So it's about like a lesson of by people not figuring out where their wands are and how to connect the wands and how to work together. And I'm also getting like it's temptations of conflict. So I would definitely, Gemini, I would definitely watch out for the devil energy with like Five of Swords energy and Five of Wands energy tells me like there's a temptation of people like trying to trigger you, of trying to tempt you through conflict, through you fighting. And as an air sign, Gemini, I would watch out for that, like people using information to try to make you angry, to get their way, to manipulate you. Enduring something. This is a time to endure something, to connect to that aspect of yourself that you might not be comfortable with, your shadow. Strength card is also about creating that balance with your dark side, the uncontrolled side, and your more feminine side in regards to the maiden and the lion, a wild animal, the beast within you, and the maiden virgin, so to speak. More maintained energy within you. Gentleness is subsided over the aggression or the feral side of you, the animalistic side of you. And like being gentle with that side of you is what the strength card. So you're being called to watch out of temptations through conflict, being triggered through conflict, touching base with that animalistic nature of you that might want to react, touching base with your strength and pulling through that strength energy. Yeah, so this is a reminder, Gemini, that true strength comes from within you and that you must be gentle with yourself as to navigate these challenges. And the challenges are there's some temptation through conflict, because both the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords is about conflict. Five is about conflict. It's about winning something through conflict. So it's like the five is about that conflict is actually necessary to fix something. But in this sense, because of the devil energy, actually I think it's interesting because the devil, the upside down pentagram, and then the Five of Wands is an upright pentagram. People try to trigger you by you getting like, watch out for like having fast passion for something or reacting to something with like high passion, high speed, quickly replying to something without even thinking about it because it like hits that emotional nerve. And that's where the strength card comes in, of maintaining that gentleness within you during this time.